Hello, my babies. Welcome back to another episode. As I said, it is season 2, episode 9 of Podsmas, and it's your girl MamMaJ, aka MamMaJ. So, first and foremost, before I really get into it, let me just say, happy birthday to my mommy. I love you. I love you so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. So before we actually get into the episode, because of course it's dedicated to the queen of my heart, I need to remind y'all about the challenge that was supposed to be for this week. I forgot to mention it yesterday and the day before. And the day before that. But it was because last week's challenge was to start writing out your resolutions, your themes for 2021, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is that you do for the new year. That was the challenge for last week. So this week, the challenge was to then, now that you have your list, whatever it's looking like, is now to start one of them now. Because I personally feel like when we start looking at the new year, we're always like, okay, let's wait until January 1st. Sometimes it's good to wait. I understand. It's a little easier to track your progress when you're at the start of January 1st or beginning of the year, I get that. But also I don't want us to get bogged down by the mindset of, oh, I have to wait until the new year in order to start becoming the new me or the better me or whatever you believe in. Sometimes you have to kind of just go for it. Like if you think about it and you're like, you know what, I really want to do this. I'll wait until, no, just do it right now. Just do it now. So that was what the challenge was. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I'm over here hitting my equipment. So that was what the challenge was. So for me, for example, what I decided to start now, as opposed to waiting until the 1st of January, was to drink more water. As I mentioned earlier this week, I want to do a better job of drinking, being more hydrated, drinking more water, letting that be like 90% of the liquid that I intake. 10% can be whatever, tea, juice, coffee, maybe alcohol. Maybe that's another thing that I'll work on as well. But for now, we just drink it on the weekends, so we're okay. But still making sure that 90% of the things that I consume each day is water. And yes, that includes sparkling water, my absolute fave. So I've been doing that for the past couple days and it's been great. You see me, I'm glowing, you know what I'm saying? You hear it in my voice. The pipes are nice and lubricated. What? From the water. So yeah, like I'm doing a great job. I'm really killing it right now. So that has been me taking on the challenge. Share with me what you have decided to do this week by calling in. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Wow, why didn't I think of that before? Go ahead and call in, and I say call in just because it sounds cooler. Slide in my DMs and send me a voice message or use the Anchor app as a route. Whatever feels comfortable for you. If you have my number, text me. Just, I think my new goal as the weeks go by is to increase the number of people that actually participate. So this week we had one. Nobody sent one in for today. So we had one this week. So next week I'm hoping at least 2 people send in a voice message so I can share it on the pod. And then the following week, 3, and then we just keep going, and that's how we'll get some people to be incorporated into the pod. So once again, if you want to share any of the challenges that you've done so far for Podsmas, go ahead and let me know. Or if you want to share something holiday, as long as it's holiday related, since we're doing Podsmas, just go ahead and send it on in. Okay. So now on to the actual episode. Now, oh my gosh, my mom, my heart, my queen, my best friend. I love her so much. So if you know me or you've talked to me on the phone while I'm interacting with my mother, you would know we probably don't have the most conventional relationship. So we do this little bit where we bicker like we're siblings. And I am almost always the one who takes it too far. Sorry, I have a problem with authority. So, we'll be joking around playing and whatever. And then it's always something that I do that ends up being all right, And she got to remind me, like, yo, stay in the child's place. And I'm like, but I'm grown now. And she's like, I'll still beat your ass. And I'm like, you right? So yeah, sometimes it gets a little messy, but you know, it's all fun. It's all fun and games. It's all shits and gigs, you know. I just love that woman. Man, she really is my best friend. And I really do. I tell her everything. Like, she's really my best friend. Now, I ain't stupid. I ain't dumb. All right. Now, I do tell her everything, but it's all about timing. You know, sometimes you just got to wait for the dust to clear. So if I do something that I know I shouldn't be doing, I'll tell on myself eventually. But I might tell her maybe like a year or two later. I'm not going to tell her the next night. Well, one time I did do that, and it did make me feel better. But I told myself, never again. You're going to wait. You're going to wait. You're going to wait until it doesn't even matter anymore. So, yeah. I mean, come on now. She's still my mom. Like, and I live with her. So, yeah, I like to call her my roommate. Okay. So, anyway, moving on. I was going to do like a... since it is Podsmas and it is her birthday, I wanted to talk about like holiday related things and things with her. But I already talked about earlier this week about how she would, you know, decorate. Me and her, kind of mostly her, would decorate the house for the holidays, and she would stay up late to put the presents under the tree to act as if Santa had did it. We would bake cookies for Santa, which I'm pretty sure her and my dad ate, but whatever. Somebody ate them shits. But since I already talked about that, I'm going to instead talk about some of my favorite memories with my mom that I can remember, because I'm starting to realize that I really do have a bad memory. Like, it's not even for play. Like, something's really wrong with me. I can't remember a lot, but these are some things that I do hold near and dear and I think about randomly that I don't ever tell her that I think about. But I do appreciate her. So let's just get into it before time runs out. So I'll go from like back and then bring it to the now. So a random memory that I always have of my mom is one time we were living in Fort Irwin, and I had woken up to get ready for like school or something, and she was in the kitchen, and she stopped me, and she had like her hands behind her back, and she was like, which one do you want, hugs or kisses? And I was like, kisses. And then like she pulled her hand from under her or from behind her back, and there were Hershey Kisses in her hand. She gave me chocolate at 7 a.m. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I remember that memory. I don't know why but I always randomly think about it, and I'm like, wow, what a queen. Okay. And then another thing, when we were living in San Pedro, I'm just giving y'all a whole little history, all my business. We were living in, well, this is the time I can remember it, but I'm sure she's done it all the years. But I just remember one time in particular. It was Easter, and I woke up. It's a lot of waking up, a lot of things happening in the morning. I woke up to a letter. Me and my brother both woke up to a letter from the Easter Bunny. I don't remember what the letter said, but it was like a piece of paper that was a typed out letter from the Easter Bunny. I guess, I don't know what the heck it said, talking about Easter, the history of it. I have no freaking idea, but I'm sure it had something to do with, you've been a good kid. I don't know. But there was a picture of a bunny at the end, like that's how he signed it or something. And then it was like our Easter basket, with all the like knickknacks and candies and things like that, which of course was my mom. And I don't think I ever really like brought this up to her again about how I was like, you were cute as fuck. Like, you were so adorable to be doing all this cutesy stuff for us when we were kids. And unfortunately, I don't remember a lot of it because trauma. But I thank you, and I do appreciate that. So, yeah, when she pretended to be the Easter Bunny, and of course pretending to be like the Tooth Fairy and things like that, like she would always do cute little things just to make our childhood more like exciting, I guess you could say. And then I guess bringing it more to forward, my mom has been my Valentine every year. If I'm working, I'll come home from work and she'll have like decorated my room and hearts and chocolates and things like that. Like she always does stuff like that, and I don't feel like I have appreciated enough or even like paid it forward enough. And I'm going to do a better job. I'm going to be a better daughter, you know what I'm saying? But I really do appreciate her because she really has always made it a point to go above and beyond when she didn't have to. And, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. And then just bringing it up to the current, because I'm running out of time, bringing it up to the current, one thing that I love doing with her is binge watching TV shows, even though it's a little annoying because she do be talking and asking silly little questions. That time, you can't replace that time. Like, it's so precious to me. And, we laugh and joke about, whatever's going on the TV. But, my biggest love language is quality time, and The 100 was one of my favorite shows, and I'm really big on spending time with family. So, like, putting that all together, I'm one happy camper. So I'm just really glad that she is just as down to spend a little time with me, even though I get on her last nerves, like how she gets on mine, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So I would just like to say thank you, Mommy, for truly being the best mom a girl could ever ask for. I love you so much, and I am who I am today because of you. And I can't wait to celebrate many more of your birthdays, because you ain't going anywhere. You better not. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you for tuning into Podsmas this week. That closes out Podsmas for this week. So I'll check back in with y'all next week, starting off with a holiday quiz, of course. So until then, y'all have a safe weekend. Bye now. Thank you for listening. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and follow all the socials at MamMaJism. That's MamMaJism. If you decide you want to financially support me, on my accounts you'll be able to find out how. Thanks in advance. Until we meet again, please be kind to one another. And from the bottom of my heart, I love you.